I'm gonna give you guys a quick warning before this compilation starts of all this shit that I found on Urban Dictionary. I don't support any of these meanings, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is incredibly vulgar, and most of them are disgusting. So just enter this knowing that fact, and enter at your own risk, because it's absolutely rancid. The Tangerine Surprise. When you eat the orange chicken at a Chinese restaurant and then afterward drive into a nearby middle school to take an explosive dookie in somebody's gym locker while reciting the Pledge of Allegiance backwards. I was planning to attend the annual science fair, but because of my horrible case of Tangerine Surprise, I was unable to attend said fair. The Tangerine Surprise. This is when a gentleman is mad or just having a terrific or and shoots a massive load a much farther distance than expected. And said load, thought to have never existed, is discovered at a later point in time. I thought I cleaned it all up after I was finished cranking my tackle, but I got the November surprise when I put my head on my pillow. Alright, this is the surprise blumpkin. The act of shitting oneself while receiving a blow unbeknownst to the bestower of the said blowjob. After I gave her a surprise blumpkin, I made her clean up the mess I left in her bed. The brown surprise, when you think you're gonna fart, but a dookie comes out. James, bro, I thought it was gonna be a fart, but then I shit my pants. John, you just got hit with the brown surprise by Mr. Shit My Pants. The European surprise during a threesome with 2 males and 1 female, when one male is about to do so in the mouth of the other male. I had a threesome with John and Sarah yesterday. Nice, did you? Nah, I gave John a European surprise. Jesus Christ. Da whoop-de surprise. When a woman gives you a blow, causes to give you a face with no prior warning. John, yeah, man, Sally was going down on me, and then she stopped and started jerking. Whoop-de surprise! The Genghis surprise, the act of a to one's palms and slapping them. Okay, Fred, what's happening, dude? Bob, Genghis surprise! Fred, what the heck is that? Bob, my sperm. Duh, by a little skittle liquor. You can look up this one if you want, but this one is absolutely rancid and horrible. It's everything wrong with this world, so you have to look this one up for yourself. Jesus. The surpriser, the sexual act of slapping downwards on a female or male's the back of your hand, hitting the butt cheeks while rebounding with your middle finger right into the Shelby loves it when I give her the surpriser. She loves getting a finger in Surprisement. No, surprisement. He showed his surprisement when he exclaimed the phrase, "Faux shizzle manizzle, my shizord is fucksord," and he fell off the roof. Don't even ask me what the hell this means, because I have no fucking idea. The surprise, where you fart in a disabled person's food and wink at them with no context while you hand it to them. Bro, I just left that guy the surprise. Damn, you gotta taste the best ass in New York. Okay. First of all, I do not support anything that these fucking Urban Dictionary things stand for. Oh my god. Surpriser, when someone looks like they have an average size, actually packing a python. Doug, how big do you think? Blondie, well, I would think about 6 inches, but you could be a surpriser. Surprise, when you stand up after taking 3 sips from a drink and vomit all over the living room. I just pooped everywhere! Surprise! This is like the only one that isn't horrible. Surprise, an exclamation used in the game Mario Kart 64, best used when imitating Wario. Mrs. Has, typical mom voice. Surprise! I surprised you by hiding behind that corner in the building, in that arena, in that multiplayer mode, in that Mario Kart 64. It's like the worst sentence I've ever seen in my entire life. Who sets up a sentence like that? The surpriser, the act of inserting 2 fingers into the I just gave Shelly the surpriser and she loved it. Matthew Law knows this from personal experience, I believe. The surprise, When having a sex doggy style, before finishing, the guy pulls out, then spits on her back. When she turns around, he yells, "Surprise!" and blows the real load on her face. Dude 1, how was last night? Dude 2, great! I got her with a surprise! You should have seen her face! Alright, this one confuses me so much. Surprisiness. What a person says when they can't think of the word surprise. Girl 1, what does that cake taste like? Girl 2, surprisiness. Girl 1, do you mean surprise? Girl 2, ah, yes. Whatever the fuck this means, someone please tell me. Surprise, the moment when you realize that what you're looking at isn't a but rather a I went back to her place, hoping that there was no surprise involved. By Dr. Zemo. Alright, I don't know how I got to this one from looking at surprise, but Ranga, a person who has red or orange hair. Richard, you fucking Ranga, piss off. Okay, I don't know if that's a slur or a really bad thing to say to redhead people. If it is, I'm sorry. Alright, this is another really bad one. Surprise, a verb commonly used to describe the action of thrusting oneself against another without their knowledge. This will often be the only action a Ranga will take, the last word. It's not say surprise. This is fucking horrendous. I never want to read this ever again. Surprise, a fart with a lump in it. That's all. I'm not reading the rest of that. I'm not reading the rest of that. Alright, this one is too fucking accurate. Surprised. The feeling you get when seeing what kind of things are allowed on Urban Dictionary. I am surprised. You know, D-Monkey, I relate with that because I did not realize what type of a fucking cesspool this was gonna be. This is another surprise about shitting yourself. A fart with a lump or sauce following it out. Shit, man, I gotta change my underwear. I farted and I got a surprise. Alright, this is one that starts off normal and then hits you in the face afterwards. Surprise. To strike with wonder or amazement, especially because unexpected. And then 2, to spread one's cheeks to present to one's unsuspected onlookers. I suddenly lost my appetite upon getting surprised by Bob. Surprise, when a girl takes a shot in the face unexpectedly while giving oral pleasure. Coos. Oh man, I accidentally gave Leslie a surprise in the eye. The starfish surprise, when pounding the rate of speed, you miss the stab the steak. Hillary, why are you walking like a duck? Oh, the asshole from the bar last night gave me a fucking starfish surprise. You can pause and fucking read this wacky one if you want to. I don't give a shit. The astroglide surprise, the act of lubing up one's and inserting it in a woman's she isn't expecting it. If you don't start being a little nicer to me, I'm going to give you an astroglide surprise in the middle of the night. By Hit Tit One. The London surprise. The London surprise is when you face instead of using a towel, use a croissant. And then she eats the croissant. Dude, she loved that London surprise. I am gonna warn you, you might want to skip this one, because it is rancid, man. The canary surprise. To puke, poop, then one's chest or stomach, resulting in a concoction that resembles bird poop. I'm not reading it anymore. I actually did this one just last week. The Colombian Surprise, my personal favorite. When someone takes a dump on top of the toilet lid, leaving a surprise for the next person. And of course, you know it came from Colombia. Surprise butt sex. To give someone at an unexpected time or place. Perfect for those special moments.